Oh, Hot Pockets. What's going on, guys? My name is Pone, and I kind of want to talk to you guys about something today. It's kind of been on my mind for a while. I've never knew how to address it without it sounding, weird or defensive, because it's not something I want to defend, because I don't think it's really a flaw, some of which I participate in too. I think just the viewers have a misunderstanding, so it's not so much about hate or defending something. It's just going to be more about an education sort of thing. Because there are lots of things floating about, and the more and more you guys get involved as viewers, you guys kind of worry about this, you know? You never know whether or not to trust a review, because maybe that guy was paid to say something. And that is definitely the kind of mindset that a lot of you guys need to have, but that does not mean that it applies to everybody in every situation. So I kind of want to teach you guys a little bit about how the whole sponsor thing works, because you guys are seeing that Scuf program, the EA thing going on right now, where they pay YouTubers to do stuff. That's been going on for a long time. It wasn't until recently that they started making it, a very, very public image kind of deal. So, for now, I kind of want to just talk about a few different things and maybe just educate a little bit. So, first things first, we're going to use that program as an example. The Scuf program is an EA program where they pay YouTubers a specific amount of money for a specific amount of views, and voila, it's how it's done. Now, first things first, you have to understand about YouTubers. A lot of us do this as a hobby and a job. It's not entirely about money to everybody. There are a lot of people that do this entirely for money, and doing that is not a flaw. If you can do something and you're good at it, you're an entertainer. To me, a YouTuber is just like a comedian or an actor. They may be paid outrageous amounts of money, or in some situations, like, meh, not that much. But at the end of the day, it's still the same situation. And all these people do things. Think of it as like an athlete or something like that. But the way it works, there are lots of sponsors, be it energy drinks, computer parts, anything that these companies think they can do, they can't. Because believe it or not, YouTube has a massive influence on sales for gaming equipment and video games themselves. Perfect example is Minecraft. Without, CNanners and all those guys making the first videos, Minecraft was entirely boosted. It would be maybe even dead right now. Maybe it would have even taken off if it wasn't for the YouTube community. Call of Duty, you've seen some of the people in Battlefield influence, patches and stuff like this for the Battlefield games. So, believe it or not, there's a lot of influence, and people will just buy something because other people are playing it. Now, there are some companies that will actually ask you and tell you to do this, post video, pay you this lump sum, say nice things about it only. They'll even give you lines and things that you have to talk about, highlights in it that you have to mention in videos. I've been guilty of only doing one of these. And that was one I did a long time ago called a Roxio. Roxio was this was years back before Minecraft was big, before there was a Battlefield community, before there was any large amounts of subscribers. The way things were is this was a capture device for 80 bucks, so it wasn't as good as the Pogs that were out. It was before Elgato. It was 80 bucks, so it was a little less quality for almost half or actually less than half the price. So I didn't want to pitch it. I felt it was morally wrong because I didn't want to kind of give something to my fans that I wouldn't use myself, but at the same time, it was a good stepping stone. I started with the Dazzle, a very similar device. I understood it. Now, what really made me decide this, it came down to two things, because originally I wasn't going to do it. I didn't feel right doing it. First things first, and this is just how things worked back then, my boss kind of handler at Machinima at the time asked me to do it. So anytime your boss, even though he's not really my boss, anytime, that's the mindset that I had, though, is before I knew all of the hype and business behind YouTube. I was kind of, a little nobody back then. Before all of this came through, he's like asking me to do this. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I gotta do it. If he asked me to do it, why not do it? And the honest decision came down to my mom. I actually went to my mom, I'm like, what should I do? And I'm like, I told her I didn't want to do it, but my boss asked, and the way she broke it down for me was saying, well, maybe this one's not for you, but it'll open more doors. Whether or not you want to post it or not, knowing that you did this one, you'll be able to have access to the next one, and that one maybe you'll like. So she opened it up, she made it just a little bit more sense to me, and it kind of made me towards doing it. Did I want to do it? Not so much. Did I do it? Yeah, got paid a couple grand for it, which is great and all, but, that's just one of those things. Some people are willing to just throw out morals or what they think is right. Some people just have a firm grasp that YouTube is about business now. It's about making money and advertising. It's not so much about hobbies anymore. People can just, be yourself. It's not so much like that anymore. Now, with this EA program that's going on, people are just, dumbfounded right now. They're like, oh, they see the watermarks that we're required to do now, and they're automatically like, you're selling out, like this and that. It's not so much like that. EA is not one of those companies, and I'm not defending them, I'm just telling you the truth. EA is not one of those companies that tells you to say good things, nice things, do this or this. Their only guidelines are generally no excessive cussing, which, yeah, I try to follow that. It's not too good, though. And that there are no other games meshed with it. So technically, you're just allowed to post the game. You're allowed to do whatever you want with it for the most part. So there aren't really any restrictions. We're not forced to say anything nice. We're going to get paid whether or not we troll around and make no laughs. For example, all the YouTubers you can think of, White Boy, Woody, Level Cap, Matemio, Doom, Chaboy, Frankie, Jack Frags, everybody has been a part of this program and has been making additional money from EA for, what, almost a year now, I'd say? Somewhere around there? Pretty close. It was back in Battlefield 3 when the DLCs came out and you all of a sudden started seeing Call of Duty players start posting. That was because that new money was there. That's what happened. So, just to understand that it's business, they're going to do that. But for a lot of us, we were already playing Battlefield anyways. Might as well make a few extra bucks. It's like me taking a poop. If I can get paid to do it, guess what? Ploop, ploop. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Make some money while doing it. And other times, I've even jumped on Madden, a game that I used to like, and hey, I made a little bit of extra money. Go for it. At the end of the day, one thing that you can trust from me is that I'm not gonna give you some game. I completely backed out of a deal that I actually signed a contract for, and I was terminated from one of my networks that I was in at the current time, the best paying network at the time. And I got terminated because I bounced out of a contract because, you know, they use us as ads. They sell, hey, this guy is going to make this many videos, and I didn't want to make any videos. I was supposed to make 5 videos on Warframe, and though it may be your game, I absolutely hated it, and I wouldn't send it to you guys. Control freaks tried to get me to do it. They may work for a lot of people. They didn't for me. I told them I wouldn't promote them. A lot of companies come to me and tell me, hey, check out this game, check out this mod, do this stuff, and a lot of them I just overlook. I generally go for the sponsors I want. I like Gamma Labs because me being a kid with ADHD, I understand that after I took this, I saw the focus because I was on medication for a good portion of my life. So I could tell that it actually worked. I went with it. Elgato, capture devices. That's perfect for my audience. People that want to do what we want to do. Scuf Controllers, great. Easier gameplay. Never have to take your thumbs off the sticks. Great stuff. EA. Play games, post it, don't have any really rules or requirements, make a little bit extra money. Good, easy, safe, fun to do. And to me, it truly doesn't step over that boundary of not fair to the viewers because a lot of people will actually get these reviews. It's when people are actually paid to give positive reviews. And that does happen, so you do need to keep your guard up. And that's definitely not uncommon in this community. But these companies will tell you to say specific things, only highlight certain things, and everything like that. And truth be told, that's a little shady to me. I'm the same person like you. I don't know who to trust, what to trust, or anything like that. Sometimes things seem too good to be true, just like the review I did yesterday of Plants vs. Zombies. People thought I was just S&the D of it because EA told me to. No, I love the fucking game. That review would have been there whether or not I was making extra money or not. Nothing would have been changed about it. So you gotta understand, there's still gonna be good people that are doing this stuff. They're gonna be good people that make different decisions for a family. I have a child and a wife to take care of. You know, and all of us would like to say we take the high ground to do things, but if a company was to come to me right now and absolutely hated their product, but they're like, here's 10 grand, I'm like, where do I sign? There are things that take priority over your morals or what you think is right. So, like I said, I was straight up honest with you guys. I've only ever did one thing that I didn't think was right for my fan base, and that was post that one way back when I was a newbie. Would I do it again right now? Probably not, but you know, there's no excuse for it. It's something I didn't think that was actually wrong because it did apply, but it just felt weird because they were telling me to say specific things, and there would have probably been things I would have said anyways, but you know what I'm saying. So, truth is, YouTube's business. Sponsors are business. I'm sponsored by all these guys, and they're people that I approve of, products that I actually use. It's not like one of those Neutrogena commercials. You got Jennifer Aniston looking up there, and you're looking at her, and you don't care. You don't care about Jennifer Aniston. You don't look at her like, oh, damn, she made $500,000 for that commercial. That's crap. No, you're like, wow, she's 50 and I'd still bang that. You know, you don't think about that. So why think about what YouTubers are doing? This is just damn near the same thing. Do you think she uses that skin treatment moisturizer? Hell no, she's got some specific lady whose actual job is to apply her makeup. It's like made out of salvaged unicorn tears and child laughter. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's how it is. But at least the things that we promote are generally related to what we do. So I kind of wanted to just give you guys a little bit of an idea of what's going on. I'm not trying to defend it. If you don't like that I'm getting paid from EA or that I have sponsors, you're going to have to deal with it. Because at the end of the day, no matter what a person decides or does in their gaming career or on their YouTube career, if you like their content, you should stay subscribed to them. If you want to support them, support them. If the product sounds good to you, give it a try. You're seeing gameplay. It's not like I'm just telling you this and you have no visual proof and your eyes can't process what I'm saying. So just think about things, guys. You guys really freak out. We give you guys free entertainment, and I'm just kind of trying to break this down for people to understand about how YouTube works now. And hopefully I'm not upsetting anyone. I know this kind of came off a little bit like spastic and like, listen to me and this is how it is. And I just kind of wanted to break this mold because I've seen a lot of people getting heat over, you know, sponsor deals and stuff like this. And almost every YouTuber that you know or watch has been involved or will be involved in these sooner or later. So thank you guys for your time. I want to know your opinions down below. What is it that really upsets you when people get sponsored? And there's going to be a handful of you guys that I don't care what goes on behind the scenes. I just want you to make me laugh and touch me. You know, it's just people have different interests. Some people are just like, do your thing, make your money. Where are you at on that fence? Have a good day, guys.